Self-Publishing 101. In this video, I'm going to share with you my personal experiences in self-publishing here in the Philippines. Self-Publishing 101. Hello guys, I'm Karl. I have self-published 2 poetry books. Okay, first let us define or differentiate self-publishing from traditional publishing. Self-publishing, here we emphasize that ito ay local because meron kasing self-publishing using Amazon or lulu.com and international yung dalawa na yon. Okay, discuss natin to isa-isa. First, you own the book and can have it copyrighted in the National Library of the Philippines. Second, you have full control on the formatting, cover, manuscript of the book. When we say formatting, kasama na dyan yung font size, font family that is going to be used. Third, 100% of the profit is yours unless you have royalty fees for graphic artists or contributors. Itong royalty fees na tinatawag, so it depends on your agreement. Kung meron kang graphic artist na let's say gagawa ng book cover mo, pwede niyong maging agreement na when it comes to the sales, 90% will be yours and 10% would be to the graphic artist. So, ganon. So, kung 100 pesos yung libro, 90 pesos sa akin, 10 pesos sa kanya for every copy sold. Number 4, you must establish your own brand and advertise your crafts to spark interest. And number 5, ISBN is optional. Okay, when it comes to Amazon and lulu.com, ISBN is mandatory. Sila mismo yung nagbibigay. Why? Because ibibenta nila ang mga ito sa bookstores doon sa America and other countries. Now, what is traditional publishing? An established publishing company will own the copyright of the book. So, itong first na to, depende rin to sa magiging agreement. So, halimbawa, ako, I have a book and pumunta ako sa isang local publishing company, for example, Anvil. So, sa kanila na yung copyright ng book, nasa sa kanila kung ilang copies yung ipapaprint nila, ganon. The formatting, cover, and manuscript of the book will be fitted to the company's vision or taste or etc. So, syempre, dahil pag-aari na ng company na yon, yung book mo, dapat aligned yung tema nito sa kanila. So, dapat fit ito sa market nila. Number 3, your profit is the royalty fee of the sales, which is usually at the ratio 7:3. 70% for you and 30% for the publishing company. So, ganito usually yung nangyayari sa market, sa industry. Pero hindi lahat ng publishers ganyan ha. So, it really varies per company. And it also depends on your agreement na rin talaga. Number 4, traditional publishers have connections to prominent bookstores in the country. Thus, they can distribute your book nationwide. So, ito yung kagandahan sa traditional publishing kasi once na pumasa sa standards nila yung book mo, tapos nakita nila yung potential to market it, pwede nilang ipadala ito nationwide. Pwede na i-distribute ito nationwide and you will be known also nationwide. And last but not the least, traditional publishers will work on the book's ISBN. Ano ba yung ISBN? So, it is the International Standard Book Numbers. It identifies the registrant, title, edition, and format of the products used by the publishers. So, makikita natin sa mga book na meron tayo, merong barcode. So, kasama na dun, nasa ilalim nun usually yung ISBN. So, ginagamit, bali ISBN is also one way to identify a book, one way to find a book, especially kung international ito, no, or local din, yes. Pwedeng yung ISBN yung gamitin mo, tapos mahanap mo instantly yung book. Okay. So, based on my experience, I have created these 4 stages of local self-publishing. Ayan, dito muna tayo sa first stage, the planning. Conceptualize the contents of the book, its genre, its overall theme, its title, and your pen name. So ako, ang ginamit ko lang din na pen name ay yung pangalan ko lang din mismo. Tapos, yung pag-conceptualize ng contents ng libro, it will take much time. Kasi hindi naman yan overnight lang na nangyayari or nag-occur. It might take a week or months or even years. Second, who is your target market? So, umpisa pa lang, ito yung importante. Sino ba yung pagbebentahan mo ng libro? Who's your audience? Diba kasi somehow, kahit nasabihin mo na nagsusulat ka to express yourself, meron ka pa rin tina-target na audience. So, just like me, I'm 24 years old. Ang target audience ko is yung mga ka-age ko or younger than me or slightly older than me. Para nandun pa rin yung pagkakaintindihan, no? Third, are you planning to have it printed and sold by international markets like Amazon or Lulu? Ito yung sinasabi ko kanina, yung Amazon at saka Lulu. Meron silang rules and regulations in self-publishing. Bali, magpapaprint ka sa kanila ng book, tapos pwede nila yung ibenta sa market doon sa kanila. At syempre, online yan. Everyone, especially yung mga nasa overseas, pwede nilang mabili yung book mo ng mas mabilis kasi based sa kanila yung Amazon and yung Lulu. Okay, fourth one, look for self-publishing companies and ask for quotation. Know the software programs that you'll use. So in my case, I used Microsoft Word for the manuscript and Microsoft Publisher for the cover. Fifth, make a draft of the book and print at least 1 copy for proofreading and ask your closest confidants about it. Okay, seventh, finalize the cover design and make sure it's in 300 dots per inch. If you are using Publisher, it is better the page size is 300%. So, it will not be pixelated when printed at a reduced size. Okay. Itong sinasabi ko dito, I learned this from my friend Joyce Haliarces. Hi Joyce! Kung nanonood ka, thank you. Kasi talagang sinunod ko talaga to. For example, ang book cover ko is 8 inches by 5 inches. So, ang dapat kong gawing book cover sa publisher is hindi lang accurate yung drawing, pero dapat 24 by 15. Ayan. Tapos, I'm going to save the file as a JPG at 300 dpi. So, para pag pinrint ni publisher, gagawin nilang 8 by 5, hindi pixelated. Okay. Now, let us have the second stage, the executing. Submit the final manuscript together with the cover files. And you will tell how many copies to be printed, what type of paper, rough ba, cream, bond paper ba. So, this also depends on the publisher or the printing company. So, in my case, meron silang rough cream paper, which is ideal for poetry books. Third, during this process, you can advertise the book to your target market about its arrival. You can open pre-order promos. Also, gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, it is really important that you advertise yourself. Once the books have been printed, they will be shipped to you or you will pick them up. And finally, you can file for copyright of the book to the National Library depositing two copies of the book. Makikita nyo yung entire process ng copywriting sa National Library of the Philippines sa website nila. Third is the selling stage. So make sure the selling price will go beyond break-even. So dapat makikita mo sa yung selling price mo, dapat may profit at nabawi mo yung capital. Second, have an agreement regarding payment terms and shipping methods. So ito between you and your customers na. May mga agreement din kasi ng payment terms. May mga readers ako na nagbabayad agad-agad, tapos meron naman nagbabayad pagkadating ng order sa kanila. Meron naman nag-i-installment, which is okay lang kasi ang importante naman sa akin, they bought a copy. Third, make sure that the books are properly packed and you have personalized messages for the readers. Bumili ako ng paper bags from Indivisoria at doon ko nilagay yung each order, doon ko nilalagay. Tapos syempre maglalagay din ako ng note for the reader, thanking them for supporting me, yung mga ganon. Fourth, track the orders, ensure that you meet the agreement. So pag sinabi mo na the book will arrive today, the book will arrive on Friday, dapat you meet the agreement. Here, establish connections with your readers and buyers. Supporters natin sila, so dapat as much as possible we create a nice harmonious relationship with them. At ito, yung pinaka-importante sa lahat, I learned this from Miss Mina. Miss Mina is a self-published author then. Do not be angry with the people who canceled reservations. So, di ba, no? Noong una yung naisip ko na pag may ganun sa akin, noong una naiinis ako kasi ano ba yung nagpa-reserve ka eh, tapos hindi mo nakukunin. But I realized that when we put ourselves on their shoes, maybe meron silang financial problem or hindi lang talaga nila naging priority na yung book. And then last stage, the improving. Through feedbacks, you can make future versions and editions of the books, like an expanded deluxe or special edition. Ako, I plan to release deluxe editions, expanded versions of my two-part book. Second, learn from the criticisms coming from your readers. So kung may, aside from you, kung may mas nakakaalam ng dapat na i-criticize sa work mo, it's your readers. Third, know which area does need improvement. Your syntax ba, the cover, the formatting, the way you write, the way your indentation. Ayan. And last but not the least, plan for the future fate of the book. So are you planning to endorse this to traditional publishers? Are you planning to put this on Amazon, Lulu to reach your international readers? Kasi mas maganda kung sa Amazon kasi at saka sa Lulu. For example, meron akong friends from Germany, from Italy, from France, na nakilala ko sa Instagram. They would ask me if I still had a copy of my book, and then, unfortunately, my book is not yet on Amazon. So, diba, that's one way to reach international readers. The timeline of the In the Nick of Time I Found You. In the Nick of Time I Found You is my first poetry book. March 2018, I had the first mock-up printed. At yung title pa nito is Shades of Time. Pinaprint ko yung copy na to sa UP Shopping Center. And 1 week after, nasunog yung mismong UP Shopping Center. So, nagpaprint ako na isang copy just for me to visualize how it's gonna look in the future and for me to proofread. Tapos, for me to know also the opinion of my friends, of my closest friends. Ayan. So, before April 2018, within this period, ayan, kino-conceptualize ko na yung formatting, inayos ko na yung formatting. Sabi kasi ng friend ko na si Erica, first mock-up copy ko kasi is iba-iba yung font style. So, merong Gothic, tas dito may biglang Gaudi Old Style, tas dito biglang may Constantia. Sabi niya, mas maganda na iisang font family lang yung gamitin. So, bali iniba ko na isa na lang yung ginamit ko, which is the Gaudi Old Style. Next, April 2018, I changed the title from Shades of Time to In the Nick of Time, I Found You. And by this time, tapos na rin ako mag-proofread nung book. And naghahanap na rin ako ng potential sub-publishers. And nahanap ko ang JMD Copy and Prints through Miss Mina. And so May 2018, I contacted JMD and asked for quotation. And by this time, I already finalized the book cover. So ako rin yung gumawa ng book cover ko. Ako na yung nag-proofread, ako yung nag-format, ako yung nag-type, ako lahat. So, nakatipid talaga ako doon kasi ako na yung gumawa ng lahat. May 19, 2018, I had the first copy of the book na In the Nick of Time, I Found You na. So, yan. And then, June 2018, I sold the first 10 copies of the book and I also had it copyrighted sa National Library of the Philippines. Ayan, so July 2, 2018, nagpa-print ako ng 20 copies. Okay, during this time also, ayan, I have been actively posting poems or musings on my Instagram and Facebook. So that was to entice my readers to buy a copy. Pero yung naisip ko talaga bago mag-March 2, 2018, nagpo-post na talaga ako dyan ng mga poems and bigla akong naisip na what if i-compile ko yung mga ito and make it a book. Okay, as 2018 progressed, I printed and sold more copies in the fourth quarter. This is my Instagram poetry profile. So, as you can see, dito ako nagpo-post ng may iksing mga katha. Most of these will be found also on my books. Ayan. So, ito na yung sa In the Nick of Time. Ito yung dating cover. Ayan. Copyright. Yung mga bumibili. Yun si Erica yun. Uy, ex ko yun. Nandiyan na 2019. Sold more copies alongside Letters from the Future. So, during this time, andyan na yung pangalawa kong poetry book, The Letters from the Future. Ayan. So, napakahabang panahon nito. Ayan. So, dito inubos ko yung copies nito at saka ito. And, come 2020, I created a new book cover of In the Nick of Time, I Found You to match the cover of Letters from the Future. So, parehas na silang ganun yung theme. And then, I sold all of these copies until September 2020. My future plans for this book is on the fourth quarter of 2021 or first quarter of 2022, I'm going to make an expanded version of it. So, ito na yung mga realizations. First, your plans will not take off overnight. It might take months or even years. Itong poetry book na to, pinlano ko to 2 months yata or 3 from January 2018 to March. Support systems are important. So once that a person supports us, it's important also that we support them for their craft or for their art. Third, you will have unexpected supporters and also unexpected non-supporters. So this is a hard pill to swallow, but it's the reality. When it comes to social media, the number of likes and shares should never consume you, whether it's low or high. So kapag kasi mababa, nakikita mo na mababa lang yung likes and shares, usually nalulungkot ka, pero pag naman nakikita mo na mataas, nabuboost yung self-esteem mo. But the truth is, for me, hindi ka dapat nadadala sa number of shares and likes kasi gaya nga ng sinasabi nila, it's just a number. Kumbaga parang it is not right na nakadepende doon yung validation. Fifth, marketing plays a huge role in selling your book. So dito ako bagsak kasi hindi ako ganun kagaling mag-market at saka mag-advertise. Bali, nag-advertise lang ako sa Facebook at sa Instagram kapag nagpo-post ako ng poems, ng mga may iksing poems, and then lalagay ko lang doon that there are still available copies of my book, and then meron na lang bigla na mag-PPM na, "Hi Karl, is your book still available? I'm going to buy a copy." And then I'm going to say, "Yes, it is still available." And then yun na. Ganun lang, paikot-ikot lang sa ganun. That's why my friend told me that, alam mo Karl, dapat siguro galingan mo mag-market. Kailangan talaga ng kapal ng mukha in marketing. But yes, I admit na makapal naman yung mukha ko, pero not to that extent na, 'di ba? Pero right now, I'm learning how to do that, and of course, nakikita talaga natin na importante yung marketing sa pagbebenta ng kahit anong product. Sixth, every day is a learning opportunity. This is very, very true and real. And last, nothing will happen if you'll just sit and wait for things to transpire on their own. Wala mangyayari kung sasabihin mo na lang, ay, may susuporta naman sa akin, ganyan. So, you must make kilos, you must do something, you must achieve your goal, you must do everything to achieve your goal. Instead of just waiting for it to transpire on its own, kasi imposible yun. That's it for today. Thank you for watching. I hope that you learned something from this vlog. Feel free to comment your questions on the comment box.